Think of ways you could leverage on your skill set to increase your value in the marketplace. So you need to critically think about that. It's that. Okay. Alright, so lastly, what skills do you need to have to position yourself in the marketplace? You've gotten one. But which other skills do you need to have? So you need to always upskill yourself. Don't say, oh, in 2024, maybe in 2015, say in 2024, I was at Semicolon. No, you need to continue to upskill yourself, to align yourself with the times. So this is just textbook information, journeys to work creation. Is either you're an entrepreneur, which I know some of you will leave this place and go and start the next unicorn. Say amen. Yeah. A lot of people will be corporate employees. And it's not bad in itself if you can grow properly in a workspace environment. The next one is self-employed professional. So you know those charge and bill lawyers or those one-room doctors, those are self-employed professionals. If you don't scale, you won't make money to be a job, to be a business. So those of you that want to start a business, remember, you need to what? You need to scale. That's what makes you an entrepreneur. The ability to scale what you're delivering in the marketplace. And the last one is true inheritance. So how many people are inheriting billions of naira from their parents here? Anybody? Yeah? I know that person. Okay, so those are the four. This is just for textbook discussion. Let's move forward. I know a lot of us may become employees, a lot, and it's very important for us to always differentiate ourselves in the workplace. So I just penned down some key strategies to earn a promotion. So you've gotten a job. You've gotten a job. Number one, I didn't write down here. Don't gossip. Don't gossip. Don't gossip. Don't gossip about your boss with anybody. You will stab your back. That's number one. But all these other ones, I'll talk about it. Be good at your job and deliver. Always have a can-do spirit. I can do all things through. Okay. Always have a can-do spirit. Always align with the company's objectives. If the company say we are going like this, please go with them. If you have an idea, just say it. If they don't accept, just keep saying, but align with the company's what? Objective. Very important. Third, make your boss's job easier. You are working and you have a boss. Always want to know what your boss's keen or immediate objectives are. Aside the long term, what do you want to achieve now? How can I step in and make life easier for you? Like I said, don't gossip about your boss with your other colleagues. Never do that. Okay? Always strive to make your boss's job easier. Madam, what's your name? Lady Red. Awkward. Are you right? You want ice cream? Okay. Alright. Next, develop yourself in tandem with your role to be more effective. So now you got the job. Don't start complaining that the company is not training us. The company is not training. Go and learn on YouTube. Go and learn somewhere. Learn some extra skill that will position you on your job. I know a lot of people are thinking of jackpot here. Jackpot is on your mind, have you? Even when you jackpot, you need to learn extra skills so that what's going on? Okay, so the next one is that you have to be more effective than efficient. Effectiveness is different from efficiency. Effectiveness is getting the job done, getting the objectives achieved. Efficiency is doing the right thing. Oh, they say we should do it, so you will be doing it. Some people are always very efficient. They will close late. That's efficiency. Or are you getting the job done? Some people say, oh, I work with some people that will say, oh, well, I did the right thing. But did you achieve the objective? Did you achieve the goal? always need to achieve the goal. Then always ask for feedback and improve. Be visible at your workplace. Be more and be willing. Let me move fast. Back to this. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about the second thing, which is lifestyle. We spoke about money, which is essentially how you make money. It's either you are a worker or an entrepreneur. If you're a worker, some of those things I mentioned at the initial are very important for you to earn promotion. And if you're a businessman, of course, you have to align with the times. If you learn a tech skill, how do you scale your business? You need to scale your business. If you are doing a business that you are the only worker, it's still a job. It becomes a business when you can scale, right? As a business owner, you need to also have a budget. It's very important. Always pay yourself a salary. Don't say that I'm now Odogu, I've arrived, now chop up the money. There's something called retained earnings in finance. You understand? So retained earnings should be plowed back into the business. The cost of doing business should include cost of advertising, salaries, and all those kind of things, tax. Okay? So you need to pay yourself for the business, not wipe all the money and go and do Odogu. Right, so let's move forward. Lifestyle. Lifestyle is really basically how you spend your money. We're going to be talking about things like how you spend your money and budgeting, and lastly we'll close with debt management. That's debt management. So, why is lifestyle important? To take care of yourself and your family, to achieve goals like education for your children, travel and holiday, buying lifestyle assets and your hobbies. So, how do I achieve this? That's a very important question with lifestyle. Live a life you can afford. You see, that line is very important. It's very important. Let me do wicked. It's very, very important. Okay. So you have to live a life you can afford. It's very critical. Alright? I remember when I was in school, if my girlfriend wanted to do her hair, I just used to spend 1,800. You buy darling yaki. I went to school a long time ago. You buy darling yaki, 800 for one. You buy two. Then you now go to Moremi Hall. Who went to Great you now go to Moremi Hall and make her hair. QET, 2K max. But now, the frontal alone, I mean cover. The cover alone. Is it frontal? What do you call closure? The closure alone is 50K, I think. So some women are carrying second-hand vehicles on their head. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't look good. I'm not saying you shouldn't look good, but you have to save towards achieving wants. That's a want. You have to save towards it. And I want to make a case that right now we have more money in our hands than the so-called good old days. I'll give you another example. At a point in time, there was just one Mr. Biggs in Lagos, and that was the only eatery. If you want to do fine dining, you have to go to Federal Palace Hotel or any of the hotels. Yes, there was only one Mr. Biggs on Broad Street. But now, and then if you took your girlfriend to Tantalizers, she will pray for you. But now if you take your girlfriend to Tanta, what? You are finished. So what I'm just trying to point out is that there's no disposable income. But how do you channel your income? If you earn any salary, you should be able to massively budget it and save money. Because you don't have to go with Joneses. It's not every day that you go and buy a parfait. You know, there are some guys in my office when I was in Stanbic, every morning they bought coffee new. Oh, they put coffee for ready. Can't you make coffee yourself? But you go buy exotic coffee. I'm not saying you shouldn't treat yourself, but you need to watch every couple. You need to be Kala sometimes. Kala is someone that is always watching, that is very stringent about spending. Do you understand? You need to be like, you need to watch your spending. It's not every day you go to the place. Why can't you cook and bring food from home? Why can't you do that? I mean, the ground won't open and swallow you. See, these things I'm telling you are very critical. Let me tell you a story. Like I said, when I started working, I used to club from Thursdays to Sunday. Then something happened in the Nigerian economy. There was a meltdown, and they reduced our salary. In fact, some banks were sacking people. That's when they did something called tsunami in Nigeria. But in my own bank, they said, okay, we'll slash your salary by more than 70%. So me that was earning a lot of money, I started going home with 22K. 22K every month. So once I collected that salary, I'll go and buy Indomie, 1 pack of Indomie. That was my dinner. Then my lunch and breakfast was 50 naira for akara and yam, 50 naira. Then my lunch was eba meji enrokon, that was 150. That's all. That's it. Me that I was clubbing every weekend and taking cabs every day to work, I knew everybody that was working on the island. Then I used to live in Surulere. I knew everybody in my office that was working on the island. So I'm not saying that you should be a povertist. What I'm saying that you can always live within your means and save some money. I think this thing is a lot of activity. Okay, so let's talk about budgeting. Budgeting. You may want to write this down. There are 4 key areas. This is in my own textbook. It's different online. By the rule of the thumb, your budget should be divided into 3. That's what you'll find online. Your needs, your wants, and miscellaneous. You'll say needs 50%, right? You'll say wants 30%, and miscellaneous 20%. But our reality in Nigeria or in Africa is different. So in my own textbook, I've changed it. I said I divided into 4. One part is your needs, 40%, 20% for wants, 20% for value, then 20% for charity. Now, the 40% that goes for your needs are things that cover your shelter, your feeding, things your needs. You can't do without them. It must happen, right? Then another 20% for your wants. That's for your baller attitude. You want to go out, you want to save for your holiday, you want to buy a Ferragamo bag, you want to buy a Gucci. You want to buy a Gucci bag, all those kind of things. Personally, I save for my wants. So the 20% is going to a saving. You've saved part of it. So what I do first is that 40%, I already have a budget, I've written everything on that needs, and I'm paying it immediately. The next 20% is for wants. I'm saving it. It's for wants, but I'm saving it. Because I'm saving towards the wants. Say a holiday. Then the next 20% is for value. So value can be divided again into investments and maybe education. That's another 20%. But the whole money is still going into a savings account or an investment account. Okay? Now, the last 20% is for charity. Village people. Tithing and zakat. Okay, so for people that constantly are dedicated to tithing and paying their zakat, out of the last 20%, 10% can go for that, while the other 10% is for who? Village people. I kid you not, once they know that you work in a good place, they will come. And they will give you convincing stories. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a giver, because part of our coursework is about giving as well. However, you should have a budget for giving. Ladies and gentlemen, this is extremely important. Have a budget for what? Giving. Have a budget for value, because you need to what? Invest in your future and invest in yourself. Very important. Another 20% I said for your wants, your holiday, your Gucci bag, Ferragamo, blah blah blah. You want to look cool, you want to hang out on Friday, you have a budget for it. Put it in an Excel sheet. Or if you don't know how to use Excel, write it down. from your income, right? Then of course, the last 40% for your needs. Now, having said that, people's realities are different. Some people are living in their parents' house. So what do you really need? Popsi and Momsi are providing housing for you. You eat from the house. So you don't really, your need is almost 2% or 5%. So why can't you save more? Personally, what I do is that once I receive my income, I put about 60% in an investment, 60 to 70%, and I run a home. So I put 60 to 70% in an investment. Pay everything I need to pay in terms of bills. Pay it. I pay it immediately. I don't wait. Then I'll now look at the rest. If something happens, I'll now start taking little by little from the investment until I reach the required percentage that will exceed my needs. Do you understand now? This thing I'm telling you is very important. Number one, don't do things because other people are doing it. Don't do things because other people are doing it. Very important. Don't move with the Joneses. Your friends today will not be your friends in 10 years' time. Do you understand? Like I said, I attended Obafemi Awolowo University. I also attended FGC Ogbomoso. A lot of the guys from FGC Ogbomoso went to Obafemi Awolowo University. By the time I got to uni, we were not all friends again. Everybody had different cliques. You don't say, hey, guy, that's all. So your friends will keep on evolving as your realities and your value changes. So don't always do things to please friends. Do things to do or please who? Yourself. Thank you very much. Let's move forward. So let's talk about debt real quickly. Let's talk about debt real quickly. Number one, don't be quick to take on debt. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to take on debt. Don't be in a hurry to quickly borrow. I know you can go to don't be in a hurry. Before you take on debt, make sure that you are funding an asset. Always take debt to fund assets. Okay? Asset is something that can give you what? Value. Always take debt to fund assets. Don't take debt to buy Ashwebi. Okay? Don't take debt to what? To buy Ashwebi. Take debt to fund assets. So debt is in itself is not bad. As long as they are funding something that can make money for you and you have no other option. In fact, for some businesses, before they take on debt, they look at the option of equity. Can we get equity? You're in a tech environment, we would have been hearing about equity a lot. So always take debt to fund assets. Very important. But let's go through the textbook of debt. Okay, so be aware of too much interest. So things like the I won't complete the name. Be careful of those kind of debts. If you are taking all those payday loans or loan shark loans, it must be that you're a trader. So it's good for traders. That means you're taking the loan, you're buying something, you're selling it, and you're giving them back within a month. Once it exceeds 1 month, you'll be paying interest at the same amount every month. It doesn't make business sense. Do you understand? Yes. So number one, always take loan to fund business. And it should be 1 month if you must take that kind of loan. But if you want to take a personal loan that you pay monthly over a period of time, it's also good. But personally, I always avoid loans. Personally. Secondly, be aware of hidden costs. So if hidden costs comes from things like when you default on the loan, some banks will charge you 1% flat on the amount you've taken. So be aware of hidden costs. Another one, okay, we're talking about beware of funding ones with debts. Please don't do that. Have a full visibility of all your debts. So one lady was telling me some weeks ago that she's collected loans from so many of these guys online. I said, so many? She said, yes, so she didn't remember one. They now published her name. And they called her, they used very, very, really, really very incriminating description of people, like this person is a criminal, you borrowed money, and they start calling you a criminal. So please, ladies and gentlemen, try as much as possible to live within your means. I will quickly tell you 2 stories. Immediately I started working, I started saving for my car. I didn't take a loan to buy my car. As a pop-up that wants to pour from Thursday to Sunday, I knew I needed to have a car. So I started saving money. I saved money to buy my car. When I wanted to get married, was when I knew that, it's time, I started saving for my wedding. Yeah, we'll talk about some of the things. Don't let me let the cat out of the bag. So ways to lower your debt are to tackle debt with higher interest rates first. So if you are in debt already, I know a lot of you won't have loans now, but it's good to talk about it. Just note, tackle debt with higher interest rates, pay off credit card debt immediately. Credit card is very, very injurious. You have to be very careful. Consider debt consolidation with one financial institution. As much as possible, have all your loans in one bank. You understand? Sell assets for cash, don't add more debt to the pile. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. I believe that we don't have so much time. So, third, let's talk about value. Value. How you give value to your money. We spoke about money, how you make money, how you spend money, now how you give value to your money. And we're going to start with 2 quotes. Number 1, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Once you start to apply this, you will always have money. I said that I always save 70%. Month on month, I always do that. And I hardly borrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the last time I took a loan was to buy a house. And it's an asset. You may say that asoju, Yoruba say asoju, it's sweet to say, but it is applicable. It is reality. It's something personally. Sir, I'm not toasting that woman there. The logo right. Please, okay. It is very important. This is very, very key. It's something I've applied myself. I save first, then spend later. Because if you say you want to spend first and save what's remaining, you will spend everything. Because village people will show. Olosho will show. They all come out of the woodwork. And somehow, some people know when you always have money. Just come and say, we just blew off our roof. You can't say no to that now. Or they've chased my children in the front of school gate now. They will chase them out of the school. There are so many convincing stories. So you need to invest first. You need to save first before you spend. It's very important. I'm telling you, it might sound funny, but I'm telling you passionately. Before I used to save just 10% of my salary, and I used to feel cool. Then when I met my wife was saving 60%, and she still survived. You understand? Sir, in red, what's your name? No, you. I'm telling you, Kuduski. This I'm telling you, very important. Forget those babes. Forget. Focus on your words, Mula. Focus on your money. And this is not the time. Go and make money. Do you understand? Go and make money. Be a high-valued man. As a guy, be a high-valued man. I'm telling you guys, one important decision you also make is the kind of woman you marry. So be a high-valued man, so you can marry that kind of woman. For those that are not married. Do you understand? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so the second quote we're going to talk about is compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. What does that mean? If you understand compound interest, that means you invest a lot. And by the time you invest, you have your principal and interest, right? Compounding is that you reinvest your principal and interest again. That's compounding. Okay? And you don't have to do so much. Just form the habit of investing. Little by little, it will grow. Right? For those of you that work in organizations, your pension you know, be very strict about it. Focus on your pension. Do something called additional voluntary contribution as well, so that you can have a lot more money when you retire. Now, you may say, I'm so young. What's pension? What's all this? When I used to do Thursday to Sunday, I was also young. It wasn't so long ago. Then, it was the band that was raining. One day go. Those are the guys. They to see. You know those their songs. Those are the songs banging then. It wasn't so long ago. But look at now. For bad one enter 40 something. You understand? So, these things are very important. What are some of your saving and investment goals? So, I want to ask a question. Produce. How much does an average wedding cost? Produce. 5 million. How much does an average wedding cost? 500,000. It's okay. Excuse me. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, they are correct. It's okay. Let me ask one more person. Alaji. 2.5. Okay. Thank you very much for your answers. You know, we all have different views of life, and to be honest, there's no right or wrong. That's the honest truth. The most important concept here is to save towards your what? Your wedding. And I'll use myself as an example again. Like I said, when I knew that it's time to marry, I started saving money. So as a guy, don't wait and start doing committee of friends on WhatsApp to raise money. That's not a good approach. Save money for what? Your wedding. The kind of woman you meet too is very important. You know, you really can't say the woman that wants a very elaborate wedding enough. But you know, I pray that you want a woman that will work with your pockets. You understand? So I didn't break the bank over anything. I didn't borrow a dime. The only person I was going after my wedding was my friend who was a photographer. My friend in the office. The MC was my friend in the office. The guy that got bouncer was my friend in the office. The caterer was the caterer of my office. Wedding set. Yes, and we went to. Even the video of the wedding, I don't know where it is again. I know where it is, I'm sorry. You know. But what I'm saying is that people will forget. So just do something that rocks your boat. Don't go and borrow money. Don't kill yourself. Same for education costs. Anything you want to achieve, you need to save for it. You need to have a culture. Okay, you have to see that. Please stop toasting. So the reasons to grow your wealth, the reasons to save and invest, to grow your wealth, provide regular income, provision of emergency fund. This is very important, so that you don't go and start asking for urgent 2K. You need to save aggressively. I can see. Is that Burna Boy? Okay, I thought you were Burna Boy. What's your name? Olatosin. All right. Okay, so that's it. Let's move forward. So some investment channels. I know a lot of people think when they hear financial fitness, they just think we want to come and talk about our products. No, our own financial fitness, our cowrie-wise, is about really educating you about managing your finances. I hope you've learned one thing or two. That is if you are not just in a babe. Okay, so first, this is my own textbook. You will not find it online. You know, investment channels. I call it investment channels. One is the asset investment. Secondly, financial investment. And thirdly, business investment. So the asset investment are assets that you can actually acquire. What comes to everybody's mind is usually property. So property is very good. Okay. can acquire property, make sure you go through a good lawyer, do your findings, do your search, make sure you do that before you buy property. But it's very good for investment. Another good investment is gold. Ladies in the house. Gold. Coldstone, toilets, gold, appreciating value. Right? Coldstone, toilet, sorry, pile. Okay? So you have to prioritize, what is really important. Okay? Some people also acquire art. Some artworks are very expensive, but there's a market for it. Okay? So you may not do it now, but it's something you can think about in the future. But assets generally are things that will appreciate in value that you can buy. Another thing people are buying lately is second citizenship. Okay? That's also later. But I'm just showing that in your mind. Okay? Then next is your financial investment, which covers things like mutual funds. Cowrywise offers a lot of mutual funds. We'll talk about that later. For equities, that's shares. Your fixed deposit, your commercial paper, your treasury bills, for financial investments, financial instruments. Then third is business investment. As an individual, sir, in glasses, do you think you can put your job in a will? Your job? No, you can't, right? So you really need to have a business so you can put that in a will, right? Okay, so business investment is also very important. However, in your workplace, you must always know what the policy is on other business interests. Just don't go and start. If your company is doing the tech company, don't go and start tech company. They will knock you, they will sack you immediately. Do you understand? So you have to do a business that doesn't contradict your place of work, or do a business that won't take so much of your time. There shouldn't be conflicts of what? Interest. All right. Then another way to invest in business is to be an angel investor in a business that is just starting. So some people can be working and invest in a company that is running, say a barbecue, etc. I don't want to stress you on that. But you can always invest in a business that is a going concern without actually being there. You just be what? A shareholder. Okay? So that's another thing to consider when it comes to investment channels. Like I said, asset investment, financial investment, and business investment. So let's really go to the fourth one. And before we go, just to recap, we spoke about making money, we spoke about spending, we spoke about giving your money value. Now let's talk about legacy. We are rounding up very, very quickly. Legacy is how you make a difference, generational wealth transfer, and how you apply your talents, your treasure, and your time to change the society. This is very important. At a point in time, we used to make a very good case of this when Warren Buffett and Bill Gates were the richest men in the world. You say, well, you see, the richest men in the world, they gave their money, but Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, the Akago, they don't give. However, giving is very important. Even your Dangote, the big giver through his foundation, Tony Elubelu, the big giver through his foundation. So you can't come through the earth, and the earth will know about you. When I was in Bible school, when I was in workers in training school back in the day in the church, we were told on how to be the salt of the earth. You understand? So how are you impacting your society? What are you doing to make a difference? And you don't have to spend money. What I'm doing now, I opted to do it. Right? I like to teach. I like to impart knowledge. So what are you doing in your own society to make everything better? Okay? Madam, what are you doing? Just think about it. Okay? What are you doing in your society? What's your name? Favor. What are you doing to be favorable? Alright. What are you doing to be favorable to people in your society? How are you making a difference? Don't be selfish. Don't selfish. Do you understand? I wanted to rhyme with that, but I forgot what to say. Anyways, let's move forward, right? So I'm sure you get the point. You get the point. Okay, so that's legacy. So let's just point to some areas you can use to make a change. Give to your local community. Like I said, a lot of people are already workers in church. A lot of people are already workers in church, so you are giving back anyways. Do you understand? So it's not just about money. You can give your time, you can give your talent. Who is in choir here? Hallelujah, somebody. Okay, so I'm just giving examples already. If you're not doing anything around, please try and do something. Impact somebody. Be a difference to somebody. Right? Be a difference to a group of people. Right? Okay, so let's move forward. Leave an inheritance. I don't talk about the Bible verse, but I'm sure it's ringing in your head right now. Start a family business, invest in your passion. Let's move forward. Okay, the last one is preserve. So what's the use stressing yourself, working, and you now lose your treasure, lose your assets because of an eventuality? There's no point, right? You worked, hustled. You won't do ritual money in Jesus' name. Amen. Or you hustled, you've done everything. You understand? But you now lose everything to an eventuality, to death, to illness, or you buy 75, 85-inch screen in your living room, and your girlfriend, when she got angry, she now broke it. So ladies, what's the use now? What's the use? So it's very important to do insurance. What I'm driving at is, and that's it. Let me tell you a story. There was a day I was in my office. I just got a call from my wife. She was shouting at one man. Why did you hit my car? Blah, blah, blah. I said, calm down. No women now. I was trying to tell her, calm down. She said, someone hit my car. Yeah, he's even out for. I said, remember you have insurance? She said, oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you know what? Give him your insurance details, collect his own insurance details, start going to the office. She said, okay. And that was it. Very simple. What is Oyinbo repeated that we see on the road? If you had insurance, it's over, right? So the same thing, your home content, you can insure everything in your house. Okay? Your health, if you start working, you need to have a HMO in place. Very important. Then again, will. You are not young to have will. It's not Nollywood situation. It's not only in Nollywood when you're on your deathbed, that's when you're not right now. So you start thinking about this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's okay. So, insurance goes on trust, so we're talking about that. Okay, so let's go to, listen to me, I was giving to you. You need to give to me. You give to me. I'll give you a financial fitness session for free. Free. Did I collect? Please. Organizers, did I collect 1 naira? So please, you need to give me. Number one, everybody bring out your phone. Bring out your phone. Let's just quickly play a game. About your phone. What's going on? Check. Are your phones out? Chairman, you want to go? You want to go? Bring out your phone. Okay, type ancestors, please. Help me guide the natives in the house. They don't know what's going on yet, but please, don't tell me. Oh wait, you look like an Aristo. I like your style. Aristo. What's your name? Jonah. Jonah. Is it Jonah or Jonah? Anyways, so let's move forward. With your phone, type 080-3374 6601. That's, save it with Oyeyinka. That's my number. So if you have any questions, chat me on WhatsApp. Don't call me in the middle of the night. Okay, 080-3374 6601. Please, women, don't call me at night though. Just chat me on WhatsApp, please. Or if you have any questions concerning investment, you can always chat. I prefer WhatsApp. Just chat me on WhatsApp. So we're going to talk real quick about some of our solutions at Cowrywise. So what we've been able to do is very ingenious. We have over 30 mutual funds, that's investment instruments on our platforms where you can invest. And it's very, very easy to use. Okay? And once you log into our platform, once you signed up and logged in, you will see the 30 of them and you can take investment. And the rates there are live. So you don't need to start calling people from all the fund managers. So we have our partners at Stanbic IBTC Asset Management. They have their products on our platform. Betiva, Trust Bank, Chapel Hill Denhams, ARM, Mary Stem. We have 10 of them, right? And those are their logos right there. We have United Capital. I think that's the last one, and FSDH. And now, these mutual funds, there are different types. There's the money market fund. I don't want to bore you with it. I'll just tell you what to do. Once you get on our platform and you don't want to lose money, go for the conservative investment. Look for money markets or look for mutual fund investment. Go to conservative. Check the one that has the highest rate. Don't go and choose aggressive. Don't choose aggressive. Don't choose moderate. Choose what? Conservative under mutual fund. Please, because there was a session I went for. One guy went to choose aggressive. Was not calling me to and that is losing money. I said, okay, it's conservative. I what? Said. Because you can see aggressive having very high rates, but you can also lose money. Don't choose that, please. For a startup in investment, go for what? Conservative. Please, go for what? Produce. What should you go for? Your guy. Are you an Arsenal fan? They are not too happy. Are you an Arsenal fan? Which one should you go for? Thanks. So you know the phone purpose for inside training. You said we do purpose, but not for training. Okay. Alright. So go for conservative, choose any of the mutual fund and invest. I don't want to start talking about jargons, investment jargons, money market, fixed income, halal, okay, Alaji. We have halal investments, okay, on our platform. You understand? We also have USD funds. That means that you can put your money in Naira and we convert it to dollars and invest in a mutual fund. But please, don't go for aggressive. That's where the equity funds are. Don't go, please. I'm begging you. Auntie. What's your name? She knows that in glasses. What's your name? Ma? Chidima. Is it Chidima or Chidima? It's fine. Alright, please. Conservative, okay? So let's move forward. Okay, like we said, there's conservative, there's moderate, and there's aggressive. Please go for what? Conservative. Okay, another thing is that you can withdraw your money at any time. No pre-liquidation charge. Okay, that I think is a kick-ass feature of our investment under the mutual fund. Under others, there's a tenor. We'll get to that very soon. Okay? So one, you can see all these mutual funds with their live rates. Secondly, you can withdraw at any time. And please choose under conservative. Please, conservative. So let's move on. Alright, so these other solutions are the ones that you can withdraw at any time. They are for savings. And when you say savings, you want to achieve a long-term goal. Okay? So there's one of 90 days to 1 year. So there's 90 days, 180 days, 270 days, and 1 year. Okay? You can do it as a regular saving. You can do it as emergency. There's another one called duo, which is in the sense that if you have a partner, is your husband here? Okay. Anyways, are you married? Okay. So you and your wife, or you and your friend can do what is called duo, right? It's just to monitor how you guys are saving together. The money won't be together in the same account, but you can see what she's saving, she can see what you're saving.
Do you understand? Maybe two of you want to pay rent at the end of the year, so you can utilize that. It's locked. What I mean locked, once you invest, you can't withdraw until maturity. So all our savings products, you can't withdraw until what? Maturity. All our investment products, you can withdraw at any time. Okay? So once you log in, if you say hello to me, I'll send you the link. You can just open the account. You don't have to put money here. Just open the account. Just see how it works. Okay? Then there's one that is not here that I really need to talk about. It's called the trigger. The trigger. Right now, what we use for trigger are football matches. So when the next season starts, if you say, oh, my trigger is when I don't like Man City. I don't like Chelsea. Let's use Man U. When Man U scores, you understand? My account will be automatically debited and saved from me. Now 0-0. But when Barca scored, I support Arsenal, so we could lose. But what you bomb was not so. For me, purpose. Anyways, you understand? So when Arsenal scores or whenever, we've not done for other areas of life, but football, we got that covered. So you can choose a football team and say, oh, when this football team scores, my account will automatically debited. So please fund your account before you go and watch a match. Do you understand? Well, it's fun and games, you understand, really. You can just put the amount at maybe something very minimal. What's that? What's the name of it? Triggers. Faith. Triggers, right? Okay. Triggers. Right? I know that guys will be much interested in that. So let's move on. Okay, blue is for the Odogus. Our blue products for the Odogu. And to start a blue product, I know that Aristo should be able to do that. Where is it? Voila. Wait again. Anyway, the minimum investment is 10 million naira. Please go to the next slide. And these are the rates. 20% per annum. It is not MMM, please. It's 20% per annum. What per annum means is that if you save for 1 month, they will divide your total interest by 12. Loan in simple interest is what? For 1 year. So if you take for 1 month, it will be prorated to the month. Do you understand what I'm saying now? There's a simple calculation. Assuming you had 12 million, you know that in a year, 10% will be 1.2 million, 20% will be 2.4 million. Divide 2.4 by 12, that's what? 200k. That's what you get in a month. You get. So the longer you leave it, the more money you can earn. However, don't look at this rate and say 10 million is too much. Our mutual funds, or the mutual funds on our platform, there's one doing 20% now. In fact, there are 2 of them. 3, okay. There are 3 of them doing 20% now. So don't think it's until I have 10 million. No. With your 1k, you can start. So don't leave it. Don't say investment is for big boys. No. With your 1k, you can start. And like my colleague said, there are 3 mutual funds, 2 mutual funds plus our own product that are doing above 20% as of today. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Java. Java is not that difficult. I did Java too. No, settle down. No, seriously. I may not remember the codes, but when I was in uni, when I was finishing school, I said, why is not finished school? Job field day. So I went to learn website designing. And hold on. The website designing then is not the website designing now. You have to learn HTML, SQL, and Java. The 3 of them. Yes, I learned it. And nowadays, you have what's it called? You have dumps where you can go and get this code. Even then, there is dump where you can get codes. What are you using Java for? If you need Java to achieve something, just Google. There are places you can get it by Java. Let's settle down. I know Java is hard. It was the hardest. I won't lie to you. It was the hardest thing for me then. It was hard. But you know, there are cheat codes to get this code. Okay? So please, gentlemen, start saving, right? Huh? Thank you, sir. Will you start saving?
Yes, sir.
You will start saving. Only push up.
Yes.
Are you committed? You promise?
Yes.
You promise to start saving? VIP. This is VIP. Where is the bouncer? You start saving now.
Yes, sir.
Uduski.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please send. I'm thinking Kim should be able to send a link to everybody. I'm hoping that you guys have a channel where such things can be delivered. So we'll send a link to you. Please open your account. Remember, go for conservative, don't go for aggressive. Don't try to be wise. I've told you. So don't come and say one guy from Carry Wise came to mislead you. The way you can preserve your capital, go for at least as a startup investor. I'm not saying investor like Sabinus. As a wise investor, go for conservative. And again, another thing you need to take home is that you need to have a budget. You are done. So I just rounding up. You need to have a budget. It's very, very important. Don't go with the Joneses. Don't want to be like yourself. Look inward. Manage your money. Grow your wealth. Save money. And like I told you, I'm always liquid. I don't borrow. If I'm going to sell this, I'll make me borrow. The other day, I was at Vibe. Who knows Vibe? You know Vibe? Papa said to know Vibe. Anyway, I was at Vibe, and I was just with my friend. One lady was in like this. I said, okay, I was still with my, she was just like this, she did like this. Like, yeah, fine boy. I said, he was. Never. I bind you in Jesus' name. Amen. So, what I'm saying is that avoid things that will make you spend unnecessary money. Because remember that side, that lady, she said that once you can print 20 million, how much is it? 500K by evening is over. So you can imagine the psyche of a lot of people out there now. So anything, the people you should roll with are people that should improve you. Do you understand? Even if you roll with guys, I always talking about women. You should roll with people, men, roll with guys that talk about how to make more money. Women likewise. Do you understand? Roll with people of value. So financial freedom is not just about investment. You see, I talk about only investment. We talk about how to make money, how to spend money, how to give value to your money, how to give money, and how to protect your money. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.